Alright, so the gaming season's finally come up to a bit of a crawl, and now we can finally get back to another retro video game review. For this retro video game review, I'm going to be doing Time Crisis 3, playing my copy on the PS2, and let's just go ahead and get into this. It's super fun.
Shut the fuck up!
Time Crisis 3 is the third installment of the arcade series by the same name, developed by Nextech and published by Namco. Much like the second installment, this game features a two-player cooperative link system and even a pedal system for dodging in and out of enemy fire. The arcade version came out in 2002 and the PS2 port for the game launched only a year after that in 2003. The review is more or less exclusively for the PS2 version, but I do have a few things to say about the arcade unit as well. Now, to play this game yourself, you're going to need the GunCon 2, one of the more popular light guns that used to be stupid expensive. Seriously, back whenever I first looked at buying one to cut costs for the Time Crisis games, I would only ever see them going for $50 at the cheapest for a single light gun. However, nowadays you can get two for a much more decent price of $30. The games generally sell pretty cheap by themselves as well, so if you're thinking of bringing that light gun arcade goodness back to your home, it's perfect time for it. Not sure why they went down so far. Perhaps it's because they don't make CRTs, and they're somewhat hard to come by now. That's right, you can't play the light gun game without a CRT. If you're unaware what a CRT TV is, CRT stands for cathode ray tube. CRT is a specialized vacuum tube that produces images by striking a surface with an electron beam. If you're worried you don't know what that is, or that you'll have to, open up a TV to find out, generally it can be detected by a visible amount of junk in the trunk. Also, these things are super heavy compared to regular TV, or modern day TVs. Seriously, my 26-inch CRT is heavier than my 65-inch 4K smart TV. If you're realizing now that you don't have one and are worried that you might not be able to acquire one, either just check out your local marketplace on Facebook, or even those little garage sale apps like LetGo. That's where I ended up snagging both of mine for the excellent price of free. Now, getting back to the game, Time Crisis 3 for the PS2 plays just like the arcade game. This was a lot of fun to play, and I feel like the GunCon 2 worked excellent. There's two real modes: Arcade, in which you play through the entire story using a set amount of continues that seems to go up after every single game over. So if you have patience and play it out over a few days, no matter how bad you are, you should make it through. The other game mode is Rankings, where you choose a stage and make it through to the end, trying to get a higher score each time for bragging rights. This is an excellent way to play the game with others, as most stages won't take you too long, and you're able to choose between all three, provided you've reached them in arcade already. After you've completed arcade mode, you get to play an all-new story with a female support character that never even made it out of the arcades. Well, never made it to the arcades. She plays just like the others. However, with her there are certain missions where you get to use a sniper rifle, which changes up the gameplay ever so slightly. The other characters do have a few weapons that they get to switch between, but neither of them get the sniper. As mentioned previously, there's 3 stages, and each one has 3 areas you'll play through. This might sound short, and in a sense it is. However, after playing through just one stage, your arm and wrist are probably going to feel tired, so I'm happy that there wasn't more than 3, honestly. Back onto the topic of playing with friends, the PS2 version features the link play as well. However, if you're playing on one screen, be prepared to use less than half of the screen. My guess is this is to prevent slowdown. However, it's a bummer to play the game like this, and I've noticed the GunCon has a hard time shooting into your undersized screen. This game does, however, feature a LAN mode. I'm guessing you can use this to link play with separate screens, just like the arcade. However, I didn't test this out to find out. The feature and gameplay did, however, get me thinking back on the arcade system and made me wonder if the arcade unit was just this PS2 game inside of a cabinet. So I did a little research on my own and found out that that's pretty much the case. The arcade unit used Namco System 246, which was developed from PS2 technology as a basis for its board. I guess that's why we saw a release of this arcade game onto the console so quickly. I had a lot of fun with this game, and I feel like it has tons of replayability. The graphics are nice for a PS2 game, and while the music doesn't feel like anything special, it works and never gets annoying running in the background. I picked my complete copy with both GunCons up for $50, and I can tell you, I felt it was well worth it. I can't wait to get some of the other titles to test them out and compare. Overall, I have to say I definitely recommend this game, and I'm rating it a 9 out of 10. As mentioned, the GunCons are going for pretty cheap, and the game sells for next to nothing by themselves. Hell, today you might be able to even pick up a complete copy that I got for even less. Seriously, I feel like I can't praise this game enough. And that's going to be all for this review. I hope I was able to convince you, and I hope you found this to be of value. Be sure to like and comment on the video. If you liked it, feel free to subscribe so you can catch more. I do all kinds of gaming videos, and you can feel free to binge watch as much as you like. Most importantly though, everyone, don't forget to take care of yourselves.